My sweet and lovely Virgos, this is your horoscope for January 2025. Now, January will have amazing energy, but in general, we will have a slow start to 2025. First 4 months, I wouldn't advise you to launch anything new because all the planets, personal planets, will be retrograding until April. Now, let's start with this January horoscope. 3rd of January, you have Venus, planet of love and beauty, moving into your house of love and marriage. This is amazing energy right from the start of 2025. Seems like you will be feeling love and in love with your one and only. Those who are in a long-term relationships, those who are married will enjoy this Venus in your 7th house. It will give you this sort of vibration. It might give you like falling in love again and again with your person. It's not the relationships, I'm not talking about those who start dating. It's about those who are already in a committed relationships or married, my dear Virgos. And in general, also Venus rules your house of money. As for some of you guys, Venus will bring good contracts also, business contracts, deals, agreements, which will involve money. Amazing energy, for your 2025 start, let's say. And you will enjoy that whole January because Venus will spend the whole this month in your house of love and marriage, my dear Virgos. Now, January 6th, it's about Mars, lover of Venus, planet of action, desire, motivation. Motivation is moving into your 11th house, retrograding, meaning moving backwards. Now, when planet retrograde, they are weak, they are not helpful, they are sort of sleeping motion, and because Mars rules our actions and sort of desire, this passion, this engine within us, inside us, it's about, it can be a bit dropping, you might feel sort of slow motion because back since December 2024, because that's how we welcome 2025 with Mars retrograding since December 2024. Now, Mars will stay retrograding until February 24, and seems like these 2 months of beginning of this year, you will be focused, like universe wants you to focus on your wishes and dreams and plans, and in general, what you want for your future in life, what kind of goals you have. Seems like Mars will keep you puzzled because here Mars is slow and weak, and it might be that you will be feeling indecisiveness, which sort of career path or which plans to pursue, what to take up first in 2025. And it might be this sort of energy until February, end of February, my dear Virgos. So try to stay focused. Try to do small tasks first within like yourself. If you're thinking about plans and how to achieve them, and in general, what kind of plans you have for 2025, let's say the least. But 11th house is actually about future, it's longer than a year plans, like 5-year plan, 10-year plan. So it can be, Mars might give you a little bit slow, let's say, and confusing energy, and you might be feeling also lost here around your future endeavors, let's say, what you want to achieve. But it's a temporary motion. After February, you will be on a clear side, my dear Virgos. Now, 11th house is also, house of social media, internet, popularity, and here you might feel sort of a bit to withdraw actually from social media. You might close your social media. That, let's say, you might feel that you're using it excessively, too much of time and consuming it too much. So you might temporarily close it or delete it. These kind of things might happen. Or also 11th house is about friendships. Your old friends, might come visit you and see you. And in general, you might meet a lot of friends from past, or also like communicate online over social media with someone who you knew before. Some of you guys might go back to some social clubs that you belong to, because 11th house is about like social groups, friendship groups. For example, like, I don't know, reading book club or hockey club, whatever, like related activities and ideas, like people with the same goal and mindset. you might go back to those clubs that you've left before, for as an example. And it's also might be related to your financial situation too, because Mars naturally rules your eighth house of finances. And you might be quite a lot thinking about where to invest your money, or how to actually make it more, how to make money work for you. This kind of topics will be whole January and plus February, with this Mars in your 11th house. Now, January 13th, we have full moon in your same 11th house that I talked about. Now, those of you who are born 14th of September, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most by this full moon. And full moons are about conclusions, or they put light. They show something, they reveal something. Now, this will have a surprise effect, because Uranus will have exact aspect to that full moon. And Uranus is planet of surprises and shocking situations. But that aspect is opportunity aspect. It's amazing aspect. Seems like whatever shocking situation will be, you will like that surprise, my dear Virgos. You will be happy about that surprise. And it's happening in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is about dreams and wishes. And whatever you hold to your heart, like dear to your heart, seems like are coming in reality. Let's say all of a sudden you might get shocked how your wish came true, as an example. And plus full moon will conjunct Mars. Now, Mars rules your eighth house. Now, eighth house is also about conception and fertility, like babies. And if that was your wish, getting pregnant, let's say, no matter which way, through in vitro or naturally, this wish might be granted. And it will come as a shock to you, my dear Virgos. And you will be happy about this shock, sort of, if that was your wish, universe is listening to you. Now, Uranus will be situated in your ninth house. For some of you guys, it might be about travel. You might there might be a sort of opportunity all of a sudden to travel somewhere that you always wanted to go, as an example. And for some of you guys, it might be also business trip, but to the destination that you always wanted to, because Uranus naturally rules your house of work and daily activities. Even if that will be for business trip, you will enjoy it. And actually, you might have this sort of situation, surprising situation at work, that you will need to travel somewhere, but you will like that anyhow. Now, 11th house is also friendship house. Here, this full moon might reveal something about one or two friends of yours. And that will be sort of happy surprise too. Happy shock, let's say. It might be that your friends might announce that they are expecting a baby, for example, or they invested into some business which you are interested also in. And those friends, those news might come from far also, because ninth house is all about far lands, somewhere foreign lands, or from some foreign person, as an example. Now, if you wish to always study like somewhere abroad, if that is your topic, like getting admitted to university, this full moon has opportunity for you to grant that wish. You might actually get acceptance letter to your university, which is abroad, and you will be extremely happy around this situation. Plus, there will be scholarship provided, seems like. Now, also, ninth house is if you are like in a lawsuit or legal case. Again, if you wanted to win, of course you want, everyone wants. If they have a lawsuit, that wish will be granted. Plus, the other party will owe you some money as well. Seems like ruling of this lawsuit will be in your favor, my dear Virgos. Whatever is coming to life here around mid-January will have a happy surprise to you. Now, January 29th, we have the most important transits of 2025, one of the most important, because 25 has amazing energy. Now, and plus of January, lunar nodes changing signs. Now, lunar nodes, they are always two. North node moving into your 7th house, and South node moving into your sign, my dear Virgos, your 1st house. This is huge transit to you. So stay tuned for my upcoming video about this lunar nodes, because I will make a whole separate video on this. It's a huge topic, and especially for you, my dear Virgos. This is your case. having lunar nodes in your sign and opposite sign. It's always huge in life. Plus, seventh house and first house is about angular. It's sensitive houses. You know, we have this cross in the sky, seven and first. I mean, first and seven, and fourth and 10. So this cross is very important, very sensitive in our chart. And whenever we have these eclipses coming, because lunar nodes, they bring eclipses to the places where they are located. So that when these eclipses fall in these angular houses, it's very felt strongly, you know. It's more has a sort of karmic feature plus like a character, and shocking things might change, like your life might totally change in the next a year and a half. That's how long this lunar nodes will stay in your sign, my dear Virgos. And in the upcoming a year and a half, seems like you will be on a totally different level. Now, you know, I spoke about these nodes and eclipses more in detail in your 2025 horoscope. So if you haven't checked that, go check on my channel. But here I would briefly like to mention that seventh and first house is all about me and other people, your relationship. If you are married, your marriage is going to change, either for better, either for worse. You know, it depends on your situation. It depends on your natal chart, everything. But, you know, in 2025, we'll have amazing eclipses. Just to tell you, don't be scared. But some of you guys might get divorced too. And it will liberate you. It's even for better, because take it as that way, because universe is trying to give you better things, better people, better person, and better marriage, let's say better relationship. That's why they push you out of comfort zone. So no worries here, even if you get this kind of decision to this decision, let's say. Now, all other relationship, like business relationship with your employer, as an example, or with your enemies too. Seventh house is open enemies who you know face to face. They will get activated. A lot of you guys might enter also in lawsuits too, as an example. Now, anyhow, this will be huge. So stay tuned for this whole separate video. And always, always, my dear Virgos, check your rising sign, because that's the most powerful and influential. And you always should check your rising sign horoscope. But sometimes it can be sun sign and moon sign. So better to check all three and compare which one is actually affecting you strongly, my dear Virgos. Now, January 29th, also we have new moon. New moon is happening in your work, and this is sugar sweet new moon. It's amazing opportunity new moon. Now, it will appear at 9 degrees, meaning those of you who are born 31st of August, plus or minus 5 days, will have amazing chance around this new moon. Now, new moons are all about new energy, you know, new person, new story, and Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance and gifts and, happiness. It will send amazing aspect to that new moon from your house of career, highest house in your chart, where you are visible, where everybody respects you. Now, Jupiter will make that amazing, super powerful aspect to that new moon in your house of work. Here, some of you guys might be presented with amazing opportunity of work that will actually grow your influence, grow your reputation also, and also money, of course, and also social status. That position seems like will be involved with CEOs and senior manager position. Can be sort of very high level position, which will give you reputation, which will give you influence, sort of this, and everybody will listen to you. Sort of this kind of position is coming into your life, my dear Virgos, if you've been trying to change your work, as an example. Or it can be within your work, like a place, current workplace, like a promotion can be too. Now, here, for some of you guys, it might be about a totally different thing, like health, your well-being. And here, it can give you amazing results. For example, your specialist or doctor might deliver great news around your health, around your analysis, medical checkups, if you had like some issues, and in general, if you've been fighting with some diseases, and if that's your topic. So this new moon will have amazing, powerful energies to bring good news. Now, Also, it's about routine. It's about daily life, like what you do from morning to evening. And some of you guys might have here sort of, you will need to change your daily life to a better one because of your family member. Could be, for example, your father is coming to visit you, but it seems like you will be happy about this, or your mother also, because of them there could be some situation that you need to adjust your daily routine. Or it might be about their health situation. Their health and well-being is getting improved. You might receive this news and you might immediately light up with this new moon, my dear Virgos. And always, always allow full moons, any full moons and any new moons 10 days before, 10 days after it appears, to deliver its message, not necessarily on the same day. Now, lastly, January 30, we have Uranus, planet of surprises and shock, going direct in your ninth house. Now, ninth house is all about travel, is all about education. For the last 7 years, Uranus spent in your ninth house. It's exactly that's how long Uranus stays in one sign. Now, Uranus is planet of shock and electricity, and also young people planet, technologies. And in your ninth house, it was giving you the shocking turns of events, like moving from one country to another. As an example, for the past 7 years, you might have experienced, for whatever, let's say, all of a sudden, out of nowhere reasons, moving, changing your location, because ninth house is house of foreign lands, my dear Virgos. You might have changed different countries of living, as an example. And some of you guys, it could have been education wise. If that's your topic, if you are in that stage of life when you're trying to get education and a degree, I don't know, universities. And again, Uranus was giving you all sorts of ups and downs here, like changing university, changing your major. I don't know, a lot of shocking situations around your, university life, let's say. Now, some of you guys might have actually studied some new technology thing as a major, like AI, and you are now finishing it because Uranus will move out from your ninth house this year. Now, but about that, we will talk in a different video. Uranus naturally rules your house of work. Some of you guys might have actually changed your location because of work. Like your company sent you, I don't know, 2 years there to Asia and 3 years to Europe, as an example, or to America. So for the past 7 years, you've been sort of sent to work in different locations, and because of that, you've got a lot of opportunities with this Uranus in your ninth house. It's amazing one, and different business trips could have been happening all about too when Uranus was transiting your seventh house, but it's now direct and it's full force. Finally, those things that were stuck will move forward, I don't know, immigration situation, papers, like travel papers, like visas, documents, passports, if that's your topic, your educational papers too, and if you're in legal affairs, no matter if that's your profession or you involved in legal case, those things will move forward now. Now, this was your horoscope for January. I wish you amazing January, my dear Virgos. Love you all. Bye bye.